Yeah, she's going to do hers Monday. Her thing's at 2 on Monday, so we need to find a way to get up there.
And then back to me. You've got Maisie?
Yeah, Mazzy.
So, Mazzy, sorry. When you get done, if you can introduce, or when she gets done with her little deal, come back up and maybe introduce Coach Brett Brewer with girls soccer.
Okay.
And then he'll follow you.
All right, you're going after me?
Yeah, so you just got to.
You, Rooney, you, Rooney.
I mean, cause really,
You got it
just
figured
come
out.
up and then I'll just come up right after you. Yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
If everybody will find their seats, we're going to get started with today. Welcome to Har-Ber Wildcat Arena, and welcome to signing day. I'm Kimberly Jenkins, girls basketball coach and assistant athletic director here at Har-Ber. We're so excited to share this special day with all these athletes and parents. We know it's a long journey to get to this point, so we're really proud of you, excited to see what you do at the next level. Today, to start things off, we're going to start with Coach Patrick Sullivan, our girls cross country and track coach.
All right, thank you all first and foremost for being here. This is awesome. The coaches were all talking. We all agreed this is the largest signing day we've ever had at Har-Ber. It's amazing to see all these kids taking their talents to the next level. My first introduction is a young lady who a few years ago had said, I can't do this, but I want to do this. Okay, we'll get there, don't worry. So we took the steps. She really put in the work. And I'm not easy. I pushed her pretty hard. She ended up in our indoor races in the mile. She is 8th in school history, 6th in school history in the 800. It's a half mile for you non-runners. Outdoor, she is 4th in the half mile, 5th in the mile, and she is 5th all time in our cross country record board. She's only behind some Reynas, some other girls that ran at the U of A, but our first young lady, super proud of her, is Passion Perez.
Sorry, I have to move this down a bit. All right, thank you all for coming here and to support me and all these athletes. I believe that having people who are beside you and cheer you on is super essential to our journey. I would love to thank my mom and dad. Thank you for supporting me with everything I do on and off the track. Thank you for cheering me on, even though I get annoyed sometimes. Thank you to my grandma for taking me to practice. I know that waking up at 6 a.m. isn't ideal, but thank you. Thank you to my siblings for also waking up super early to watch me run. I know you'd rather sleep until 12 p.m. I would like to thank my teammates as well. Thank you for running us alongside me through all the miles, all the hills, and all the 200 repeats Coach Sullivan makes us do. Thank you for being my friend on and off the track. I would like to thank Coach Clinton for being there for me through all these years, for being tough on me, because I know that's what I needed. Thank you, Coach Sullivan, for reminding me that I am capable. Thank you for being there for me whenever I would complain about every single thing, and thank you for always showing up. Thank you to Coach Hall for yelling at me during the 400 and 4x4, for telling me to run hard and to be strong, because you know I have it in me. Thank you, Coach Rooney, for always braiding my hair whenever I ask, for always being so kind to me, regardless of how well or how bad I do during a race. And thank you, Coach King, for letting me come into your class whenever I needed a breather. Thank you for cheering me on during practice and for being a positive energy I can rely on. And I want to say thank you to my coach, Coach Calvin Davis. I hope I made you proud, and I know that you're up there cheering me on, telling me I finally found the dog inside of me. Psalms 55:22 says, "Give your burdens to the Lord. He will take care of you. He will not permit the godly to slip and fall." And with that being said, earn your legacy, PR or ER, and go Lions.
next cross-country athlete, and we're kind of splitting it up by coaches, Jonathan Mendez. I will never forget the first day, 7th grade, went out to practice, and there's this kid triple jumping in jeans. And I thought, oh man, here we go. And then he did sprints in jeans, and he did the mile in jeans, and he did the 800 in jeans. And then the next day I was like, you know, if you wear shorts, you might be a little faster. And he's like, oh, okay. So the next day he showed up in shorts. He has put more work into this than I have ever seen a young athlete put into it. He's always focused. He's always team driven. In the last couple meets that we've had during track season, even though he's already pre-qualified, he's the only person in the state who is pre-qualified for state in 3 different events. He wanted to still run his same events to help his teammates so they could pre-qualify for state. So Jonathan Mendez, I hope you got time because I got to read these off. He is the only Har-Ber athlete to be on 2 state runner-up teams in cross country. We only have 2, and he contributed as freshman as 1, led the way as a senior this year. He is a conference runner-up for cross country. He is 3rd all-time behind TJ Sugg and Ruben Reyna and Dawson Welch. No, he's ahead of TJ. So he's behind Dawson Welch, who went to the University of Tennessee last year, and Ruben runs at the University of Arkansas. So for indoor, he's 2nd all-time in the mile, 2nd all-time in the 2 mile, 8th all-time in the 800. He is 3rd in the mile for outdoor, 2nd in the 2 mile, 4th in the half mile, and he told me the other day that he's just gonna be number 1 in all those by next week. So Jonathan Mendez, come on down.
Firstly, I just want to start by saying thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this would be possible. Second, I want to thank my mom for everything she has done for me. She has sacrificed so much to allow me to be where I am. Next, I want to thank my teammates for pushing me every day. I work hard to lead them and be my best and not let them down. Thanks to my training partner, Junior Cordero. He always keeps me accountable on my runs, make sure I don't slip up. Finally, thank you to my coaches for believing me and helping me get one step closer to my dream of becoming an Olympian. And the last person I want to thank is Coach Weaver at UCA for giving me a chance to run. With that being said, go Bears.
All right, Coach Hall is going to come over to do our next introduction. Coach Hall. Where'd he go?
Houdini on you, didn't it? Good morning. I'm here today to talk about Grant Tabish. If I had one word to describe Grant, I would say uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable to me is really an athlete that is content with what they do, where they are. They're fine with where they are as an athlete. Grant is the complete opposite. He wants it more than anything. From weekly workouts to the weightlifting, he leads by example. Coach Sullivan and I, we would set times for him to maintain doing his training and his intervals. He's determined to hit it every time. And if he doesn't, he's like, Coach, I want to run one more. Because he wants to hit that time. With that being said, his results currently going into this thing now, he's now went sub 2. That was a big goal of his this year. He went sub 2, pre-qualified for state already this year. Super excited to see that time drop even more. Not only that, but finishing here 8th all-time in cross country, 7th all-time in the open 4 currently. 8th all time in the 800 meters in the indoor track. As far as outdoor season, he's currently 10th at the 800 meters, and I see that going down even further. Hardin's lucky to have this Wildcat. Put your hands together for Grant the Beast to Beast.
If you've known me for a while, then you know that running in college has been a dream of mine for a long time, despite my asthma. Now that this dream is becoming reality today, I would like to look back and thank some of the people that have helped me along the way. So I'll try to keep this fast. My first coach in middle school was Mr. Bisbee. Even though he wasn't my coach for long, he started my commitment for running. Some days I was the only one to show up to practice, and it was just me and him running out in the rain together. When I moved up to junior high at Southwest, Coach Scarborough started to make running feel like my own. Then I started at Har-Ber. I wasn't sure if I would be very good or even if I would keep running once I got here, but Coach Sullivan and Coach Clinton instilled a passion in me that I never thought I could have for running. Those summer practices with that team that year taught me a new meaning to the word hard work and dedication. I'm running the 400 for the first time this season, and even though I had mixed feelings about it at first, I've gotten to work with Coach Hall a lot more. He's the type of coach that makes you want to strive for perfection every day. He expects more from us than to just show up and go through the motions. Like he always says, you do it right, you do it light. If you do it wrong, he's going to make it long. I also want to thank Coach King for encouraging me and showing me how to have strength to keep pursuing my goals. My teammates have played a huge part in my journey as well. James, Luis, Yair, Josh, Junior, Mendez, Ponce, and Nash have pushed me through countless practices. They've shown me how to be a leader and what it means to truly work towards something. I wanted to save my family to thank for last. My dad, Jason, my mom, Hannah, and my sister, McKinley, never gave up on me and always gave me a reason to keep working. I'm forever grateful for all the people in my life who've helped me get this far. All that being said, none of this would have been possible without God. I'm super excited to continue my running career at Harding University. Go Bisons.
Up next is Coach Rooney, speaking on behalf of Halo.
Hello, I get the pleasure of introducing Halo Lee. First of all, Halo, I'm so proud of you. When Halo first came out to the high jump, I remember thinking, if this tall, lanky girl can piece this all together, she'll be a really great jumper. Her junior year, she decided to put her whole focus on track, and at that point, she really started to gain some confidence in her jumping ability. This senior year, she's grown so much as an athlete and a young lady. I've gotten to watch her come out of her shell and really lean into doing what it takes to go to the next level in jumps. Lots of lifting, practicing on the weekends, giving it her all every single practice. An indoor state, she set a personal best with a jump of 5 feet 5 inches, which puts her in the #1 spot of all time at Har-Ber. And that led to schools contacting her about jumping at the college level. I think that might be the first time that Hayla actually realized that #1, she's a really talented high jumper, and #2, that high jump could be an avenue for her to compete at the next level. She's taken it really seriously, and I've loved watching her get stronger, be a leader, and follow her dreams. I'm so proud of you, Hayla, and I can't wait to see what your future at Pitt State holds. So come on up.
Hi, I would like to give a big thank you to my parents for supporting and believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Another big thank you to Coach Sullivan for pulling me aside one day in 8th grade and telling me, "You look like a high jumper, have you ever thought about joining track?" You introduced me to a sport I didn't know I needed. Another big thanks to Coach Hall. You pushed me and made me mentally and physically stronger, because when it hit 2:47 on the track, we had to be ready for work. Finally, thank you to Coach Rooney, who is not only my amazing jumps coach, but my friend. Your guidance has taken me to new heights, and this wouldn't be possible without you. Thank you to my teammates. You guys make running not so bad. I'm so excited to continue this journey on the next level, and I know that Pitt State will treat me well. Go Gorillas.
Coach Hall is going to speak on behalf of NAS.
Nas, my man, we did it, man. You did it. All right? Like, this is a prime example here today with him is what the Har-Ber tracking program relies on and what we mean when we say you get back what you put in. Over the past 3 years, Nas has been facing those adversities in his training, both mentally and physically. But there were 3 things that stayed consistent: his commitment, his effort, and his dedication to being the best athlete he can be. You see, he was focused on making sure that he obtains his goals regardless of how everybody else around him were producing. He wanted to continue to keep working in that fashion. By doing so, this season has by far been his best season. When I go back and I look at it, he's been eyeing that sub 2. He's been eyeing it for the past 3 years, and you're almost there, and I see you getting it tomorrow. I can see that happening tomorrow. He's been trying to accomplish that 5-minute mark in that mile. He's done that 3 times over this year. Coaching staff and I, man, we're honored to assist you in this accomplishment, and we're glad to see you running at this next level. Please give a round of applause for Nas Menhart.
Well, I got a list of people I want to thank. First, I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sister. I want to thank my teammates that help me push myself every day and make this possible. I want to thank Grant, my best friend. I want to thank Junior, Mendez, Yair, Ponce, some seniors from last year, James, Luis. I want to thank Michael. I also want to thank my first coach, Coach Gonzalez. My coach from Southwest, Coach Scarborough, and my coaches from these past 3 years, Coach Sullivan, Coach Clinton, Coach King, and Coach Hall. They're very great coaches, and yeah, they helped me a lot. And I want to thank all of the above. Thank you.
So I'm going to turn this back over to Coach Rooney, speaking on behalf of Massey Hatch.
It is again my pleasure to introduce an incredible young lady on the track team. In the fall of 2020, I got an email from one of our school counselors asking if I could work with her 9th grade daughter in the pole vault. I happily agreed and found myself working with a sweet, excited young lady who really wanted to pole vault well. Little did I know that with her hard work and help from some amazing coaches, she would go on to vault an impressive personal best of 11 feet 2 inches. Coach Hull says he's very proud of you. That puts her at 3rd all-time in Har-Ber High's history in the pole vault. Massey has already pre-qualified for state in a couple of weeks, and it's truly been a joy to watch her grow and develop as an athlete and as a young woman over the years. She has been a humble leader for our strong jumping and vaulting crew. She works hard every day and is extremely coachable. Western Colorado University is fortunate that this amazing young lady chose to take her vaulting career to the next level with them. We love you, Massey, and I can't wait to see you continue your progress in the years to come. So please welcome Massey Hatch.
Hey guys, thank you, Coach Rooney. Okay, so as some of you guys have heard, well, I guess all of you have heard, my name is Mazzy, and I'm going to Western Colorado University this fall. Pole vault is not something that usually comes easily to a person, and whenever like new pole vaulters come and they're like, oh, I want a pole vault, and they ask me if it's hard, I don't really know what to say, and I'm like, well, yes, but it's so rewarding, and it's such a fun thing to learn. I legitimately could not have gotten here without the support of my family, coaches, and friends, and I just want to say thank you to my coaches first, Sullivan, Rooney, Hall, Hull, King, and everyone who's poured into me these past few years. Sullivan, I've known you since 7th grade, and you have shaped me into the athlete I am today. You've given me the work ethic that I have now and made me value my team so well. Rooney for being my best coach friend, whom I tell everything to, and who has allowed me to grow and encourage me in every aspect on the track. Hall for pushing us to our limits and past and making us try new events that we didn't necessarily want to do, but it's good anyways. And our volunteer coach, Coach Hull, for shaping us, or for showing up for us, oh my goodness, whenever we didn't have a coach who had pole vaulted before. And lastly, to Coach King, who has served as such a bright light in our journeys. And every time I talk to him, I leave just smiling and giggling because he's so funny. And for my parents, who have driven me to every single practice I've had and just supported me and put in the time and effort to my future, and it really means the world to me. And lastly, my teammates and my friends. God has given me the most wonderful group of vaulters this year, and I couldn't have asked for a more amazing, supportive, and funny group of kids. I seriously love you guys so much. You have all encouraged me and made me love pole vault even more every time we go to jump. And for my sweet friends who encouraged me when I didn't believe in myself and that I was good enough. And lastly, to my best friend Hayla, whenever we decided to quit track and quit swim and join track, that was the best decision we've ever made. Thank you guys for believing in me, and go Nears.
Thanks, Matt. Before I hand this off, I want to mention also that we have another cross-country track kiddo, Cindy Soto, and she is signing with NWAC on Monday, so let's give her a hand. All right, next up we have Coach Brett Brewer with girls soccer.
Just a quick announcement. The bell's going to ring here in a little bit for lunch. Students, don't worry about if you're A-lunch to go to A-lunch. Just stay where you're at, and at the end of the ceremony, we'll get you to lunch, okay?
I'm happy to introduce both of our soccer athletes signing today, both to Hendrix College. I'm going to talk about both of them first, and then I'll introduce them individually. I'm very proud of Olivia and Irandi. They are both very deserving of this opportunity. I personally cannot wait to watch Hendrix this fall. I commend both of them for taking on new roles. Me as the first-year coach, they have tried to learn my system, my ways, and I think they've taken a very good attitude to that. Throwing all this new instead of saying, it's my senior year. Both of them have taken on new roles. They've both had a good attitude about it, and they've both always asked questions of how can I be better. Olivia even took a whole new role that she never trained for 15 minutes into the season because of an injury. She's done a fantastic job there. Irandi last night was giving everybody at Benville fits. And both have taken on I just really commend their attitude of everything they've done to help us be successful. Both are great athletes that I'm going to miss after this season, but I'm excited to cheer for them in their future because I know they will both succeed. So first, I'd like to introduce Olivia Van Dusen.
Hi, I just wanted to quickly say a few thank yous to everyone who's helped me get to this point. Thank you to my family for being my #1 supporter since day one. I could not have gotten here without all of your time and energy you've put into my soccer career. I also wanted to give a big thank you to all of the coaches I've had over the years, including Coach Brewer and my club coach, Coach Estrada. And thank you to all of my teammates and friends who have pushed me to be the best I can be on and off the field. Finally, thank you to God for this opportunity. I'm so excited to continue playing soccer at Hendrix. Go Warriors.
And next up will be Irandi.
Good morning. I'd like to thank God for the opportunity He's given me. Thank you to my parents for the sacrifices they have made, my friends, my teammates, and coaches who have supported me in my soccer career. Go Warriors.
And next, Coach Dykes with cheer.
Hi, today I would like to introduce my daughter, Kennedy Dykes, who will be signing with the University of Tennessee cheer team. Kennedy is a senior on our team, a two-time All-American, and named top All-American this year at NCAA camp and 2024 All-State cheerleader. Kennedy started out as a competitive gymnast, which gave her tumbling skills, but wanted to transition into the sport of cheer. So I began working with her. I can remember taking her upstairs and drilling her on basic motions and jumps. I knew I could teach her what I know, but how far she wanted to go was ultimately going to be up to her. From that point on, she went to work. I watched her spend countless hours in the gym, training skills, going from 6:45 a.m. practice, a full day of school, work, and then to the local gym late at night to try and get in as many reps as she could. I saw her make sacrifices on Friday nights, trips, and weekends with friends because it was the only time she could stunt or tumble. And I will always treasure the weekend trips to college clinics we had, even when we didn't get home until midnight and we both would have 6:45 a.m. practice the next morning. Kennedy would come in exhausted and sore, but with a smile on her face and ready to work and give 100% to her team. And through it all, she kept working and trusting that one day it would hopefully pay off. On our team, Kennedy performed multiple positions as a flyer, a base, and a tumbler. And changing positions is hard, but each time I moved her, from position to another, she attacked it with the same equal energy and enthusiasm. Kennedy was a leader on our team and voted one of this year's captains. She was often one of the most vocal people in the room, and always using her voice to encourage and cheer on her team. In fact, her teammates voted her most encouraging this year. Countless times before a big moment, I saw her circle up the team and speak words of encouragement to us all. Kennedy set a great example for younger members to look up to and was an exceptional student, represented Har-Ber cheer to the highest standards on and off the field. She was a great teammate and a hard worker, and she grew so much as an athlete and as a person, and our team would not have been the same without you. As a mom, I'm mostly proud of how I watched your faith grow in this journey. There were setbacks and moments of doubt, but it taught you that your identity will never be in your sport, but in who God created you to be. I feel incredibly blessed that I was able to walk beside you in this journey and will cherish the time we had together. Being coached by your mom is not easy, but I'm grateful you were able to trust me in the process. I have no doubt you will thrive in Tennessee. I'm extremely excited for the next 4 years and what they will bring. Your dad and I love you very much, and we are so proud of you. Kennedy Dykes.
Thank you all for being here today. I'd like to start by thanking my parents. I've had the opportunity to be coached by both of them throughout my athletic career, with my mom as my cheer coach and my dad as one of my track coaches. They've given me unconditional support and pushed me to be my best and shaped me into both the athlete and person I am today. To my mom, Coach Dykes, thank you for making me into the cheerleader I am. You're both a phenomenal coach and mom. I'm so grateful we got to share these last 3 years together, and I can't wait to cheer in Razorback Stadium just like you did. Only I'll be in a Tennessee uniform and singing Rocky Top. To my dad, thank you for teaching me how to be mentally tough as an athlete. From running hill sprints on the golf course to watching all of my stunt privates, thank you for your unwavering dedication and support. I want to thank Coach Chelsea Bolin and Coach Zach Ritz at the University of Tennessee for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. I'm so grateful, and I cannot wait to be a part of the volunteer family. I want to recognize and thank all of my stunt partners, Keelan Dameron, Gavin Goodrich, Lucas Gwynn, Caden Thrackhill, Kevin Elstrand, and Chris Carney. Thank you all for pouring into me these past 3 years. I'm so grateful for you all. I'd also like to thank my tumbling coach, Xavier Rodriguez, my track coaches, Coach Clinton and Coach Hall, and my gymnastics coaches, Jim and Donna Meineke. Thank you for developing me as an athlete and for helping to shape my future. Thank you to Jacob Davies from Rise Physical Therapy and Lauren Ward for keeping me healthy and able to perform at my best. Thank you to all of my teammates for always making me laugh and having fun with me on the sidelines, and for helping me to grow as a leader. It was an honor to serve as one of your captains this season. Finally, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this ability, opportunity, and a heart for cheer. Apart from Him, I'm nothing. Thank you all, and go Vols. Next up, I would like to introduce Tegan Klein, who will be signing with John Brown University cheer team. Tegan is a senior on our team and also a two-time world champion. Tegan also started out as a competitive gymnast, which means she was extremely gifted in tumbling, discipline, and work ethic, but didn't have the experience in the other aspects of cheer, but she was eager to learn, especially with stunting. I can remember her sophomore year asking her to step in and base a stunt she had never done. And of course, she immediately hit the stunt. And from that point on, Tegan became a fixture on the mat and on the team as well. Tegan has become one of the most skilled bases and athletes I've ever had the privilege to coach. She was voted best base this year by her team, and it's easy to see why. Stunts are so much more than the skill. You have to create a chemistry with your group. And Tegan will literally create chemistry with anyone you put her with. She has a perfect balance of determination and fight, but is always encouraging and uplifting to her group. Flyers love flying on her because they know they can trust her at all times, and when things get hard, she won't get frustrated or emotional. She will choose to encourage and help others believe in the work they are doing. So speaking of work, you cannot outwork her. You cannot outcondition her. I know I've tried. In fact, there are many practices where I put her in charge of our ab routine because I knew it would be more than difficult than anyone could understand. One thing many don't realize about Tegan is that she competes on the national level for her all-star team, which requires her to more than double her practice times and commitments. This would come at the expense of her body, sleep, stress, travel, and time. It's extremely challenging, both physically and mentally, but she balanced it so well. She gave 100% of herself to her team, never complained, never made excuses. There were times she had grueling late-night practice with her all-star team and would come in for our 6:45 a.m. for another grueling practice with our team. And even when she was sore and exhausted, she came in and gave 100% and did it with a great attitude. As a person, Tegan is extremely loyal, devoted, and selfless. She never makes anything about her. She's a great teammate, friend, and just impossible not to love. Always calm and kept a cool demeanor and a positive attitude. She was a great leader for our team and always led by example. She was constantly reaching out to younger members and helped them grow to their full potential. She's an excellent student and always represented Har-Ber cheer to the highest standard. As a coach, Tegan, you have been a dream to coach, and I feel blessed to have been able to be in your life these past 3 years. I've watched you grow into the incredible person and athlete you are today and know that God has a very special path for you at JBU. You'll go on to touch many more lives just as you've touched all of ours. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Tegan Klein.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you all for being here, and I am beyond grateful for everyone that has been with me through this journey. And I would not be here today without y'all. I would like to thank the very few important people, starting with my parents, Jeremy and Shelley Klein. To my mom, you were the most important pillar of my life. My life without my mother's contribution would be incomplete. I can't express my gratitude enough. She has taught me not only to stand up for myself, but others as well. She is not only my mother, but my best friend. When anything happens, good or bad, she's the first I go to tell. In all phases of my life, she has been committed and loving in every single way. For making me what I am today, I can never thank her enough. To my dad, thank you for every sacrifice, every love, and every moment and opportunity you have given me. For every life lesson you've taught me, every hug you've given, thank you. Thank you for showing me what I was and am capable of. For giving me the strength I needed to follow my dreams, and for always believing that I have the skill and potential to believe my goal. Your love and support has given me the courage to face any challenge that comes my way. Dad, you are my pillar of strength, my protector, and my best friend. I am forever grateful to call you my dad. And to Coach Dykes, thank you. 3 years ago, you took a huge chance on me, and I can never begin
able to begin this sport that I now have so much love for if it wasn't for you and your faith in me. You continue to push me beyond my limits and show me that I am capable of achieving more than I ever thought possible. Your belief in my abilities has given me the confidence to strive for greatness. Thank you. And thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity, and I am so excited for this next chapter of my life at John Brown University. Go Golden Eagles. Next, I'd like to introduce Coach Northcutt to speak about our dancers.
Hello, I'm so excited and honored to stand up here today and recognize two of our Silver Star dancers. First, I would like to recognize Zoe Grace Capps. Zoe Grace Capps will be signing with Arkansas State University. During her time at Har-Ber High School, Zoe has played an integral part of our Silver Star team. She has been a part of varsity for 3 years, an All-American dancer, and an All-State dancer. She was also a member of the national ranking kick team. During that time, the team could always look to Zoe Grace to inspire us with a hype dance or words of inspiration before we took the floor or the field. I know in my heart that she will continue to inspire her teammates and her coaches with her turns and her graceful yet powerful execution of dance. I'm excited to watch her continue grow and to cheer on the Jonesboro Red Wolves next year. Zoe Grace.
Hi everyone, today is one of the most exciting days of my dance career. I've been dancing for 16 years, and at a very young age, God placed within me a passion to dance, and it's to His glory that brought me to this day. I'm so grateful to have received these opportunities along the way. I couldn't have reached this point without the help of my mom, dad, Sophie, Jackson, my family, my teammates, and all my incredible friends. I could never be where I am today without their endless love and support. It's such an honor to be the first varsity dancer to sign to a D1 level college dance team from Har-Ber. And I couldn't have done it without my amazing coaches, Coach Jody, Coach McCaslin, Coach Seibel, Coach Prim, my coaches from Dare to Dance, Amanda Griffin and Abby Dunlap, and my coaches from Backstage Dance Company, Nathan, Delaney Pfeffer, and Brittany. I want to thank you all for pouring into me and pushing me to be the best dancer I can be. I want to give a special thanks to Coach Ellie for believing in me and giving me this incredible opportunity to dance with her team. I'm beyond excited to further my education and dance career at Arkansas State University. Wolves up.
Next, I would like to introduce Peyton Schlegel. She will be dancing at the University of Central Arkansas next year. Peyton is a recognized All-American dancer and a Har-Ber Silver Star. She has played a large part of our Silver Star team. Peyton's first love of dance can be found performing on the field, supporting Har-Ber athletics, and being a leader to underclassmen. Peyton is quick with a smile and an encouraging word to her teammates. Watching her grow and dance has been one of the greatest joys this year. There is no doubt in my mind that Peyton will continue to be a light to her team, both on and off the field and in the competitive arena. I am excited to watch her continue to grow and to cheer on the University of Central Arkansas next year. Peyton.
Hi everyone. I would like to thank God, my family, friends, and my coaches and my teammates for supporting me and helping me get to where I am today. I would like to thank Coach Burr and the UCA dance team for giving me this opportunity to continue my dancing career at the University of Central Arkansas. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord and lean on Him and not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Thank you. Go Bears.
Next, I would like to introduce Cassie Lloyd, head of Har-Ber volleyball coach.
Hi, I have the absolute honor today to introduce
introduce Ridgely Thompson. She is joined by two supportive, wonderful parents, Rocky and Jamie, and then also her brother Stone. So congratulations to you guys too. I know this is also a big day for you. Ridgely has such an amazing story. She's a competitor, she's a fighter, and she's one of the most resilient athletes I've ever seen in my coaching career. Ridgely's sophomore season, we were here playing on our home court, and she tore her ACL in a match. And when that happened, a lot of people had some doubt that she would come back. They wondered if she'd be able to recover. But one thing about Ridgely, she's never going to give up on herself. And she came back ready to roll her junior year. I held her back a little bit in the summer, and she was not happy with me, but I think Miss Jamie was. And then when season hit, we were full go, and she played a varsity starting role. She played 6 rotations her junior year, never stepped off the floor, and had a huge impact. Then she really had a breakout season her senior year. She was voted team captain by our team. She ran the show as our 5-1 setter. Not only did she hit 1,000 assists this season for her high school career, she was also voted all-conference and all-state. Ridgely thought that she was going to hang up her jersey after her high school career, but she came to Coach White and myself after Thanksgiving break and told us that she wasn't ready to give it up, and we were not surprised at all because we knew her journey was not over. So we are so excited to see this next stage of her volleyball career. Ridgely, it has been such an honor to be a very small part of your journey, and I just want to tell you thank you so much for everything that you poured into your teammates, the Har-Ber volleyball culture, and your coaches. So everybody, welcome Ridgely Thompson. First off, I'd like to thank God for giving me this incredible opportunity to continue my volleyball career at the next level. Next, I'd like to thank my friends and my family for their constant and unconditional love and support, especially my mom and my dad for never giving up on me, even whenever I had an attitude through injury, and also taking me to countless practices and tournaments. Next, I'd like to thank my teammates for never giving up on me and for pushing me to be my best every day. Next, I'd like to thank Coach Lloyd and Coach White for never doubting me even through injury and whenever I was doubting myself and I wasn't sure if I was going to be as best as I could be. Thank you so much for being here today, and go Indio.
Next, I would like to introduce Coach Helmkamp, our baseball coach.
All right, I get the privilege of these last 4. If you follow Har-Ber athletics, you ought to know these 4 faces because they have lived a full life here at Har-Ber. They have been on the front row at every volleyball game, basketball game, football game, cheering on the rest of this place because that's one thing they all have in common. They love Har-Ber High School. So that leads me into the first one I'm going to introduce, which is Braden Sprague. And I think I told his mother last week, one of the best traits that I felt like he's had, this place means a lot to him. I mean a lot. And he puts in a lot of work for this place, not just for himself, but he wants to represent Har-Ber High School to its fullest and encourage his teammates. He was an all-conference first baseman for us last year, played an integral part in us winning a state championship. And this year he started in left field for us, and he's committed to Eastern Oklahoma. But one of the things that I think will help him excel is he's very versatile. And when I say versatile, it's not like he can just play another position. He can play it at a high level. So when he gets into college, that'll be very beneficial for him as far as finding a way on the field, and I have no doubt that he will do it. We're very proud of Braden, and we're excited for Braden, and Eastern Oklahoma is getting a good one. So welcome, Braden Sprague.
First off, I would like to thank my parents for the support and encouragement through this process. I want to thank my Har-Ber baseball and football coaches and teammates, as well as Andy Menard and the Prospects organization. I want to thank Caleb Kimball and Blaze Brothers at Iron Performance. I'd also like to thank Coach Sebastian and the Eastern Oklahoma staff for believing in me. And lastly, this will be the first time I will ever say this, But go Mountaineers.
All right, our next one is Kelly Thompson. You know, the thing that Kelly has that in the baseball part of it is rare. He doesn't overthink it. He keeps it simple, and he thinks it what it is. It's a game. And, you know, funny story about him last year, there's a pitcher just mowing us up and down. I mean, I think it's 9 up, 9 down, and we're getting frustrated. Coach McGinnis, like anybody, can you just put the ball in play? And Kelly, I believe, was either in the hole or on deck, but he said, I got you, Coach. And we're thinking, we hadn't put a ball in play yet. And he goes up there, sure enough, line drive, right center, hits a double. But I mean, that's just kind of his character. He doesn't make it too big, and you know, he's got a good swing and he's a good hitter. And North Ark, his best days are ahead of him. And I really believe you'll hear some good things about him in the future, and I know he'll represent Har-Ber High School well. He's a high-character individual, great teammate, puts the team first, and we're proud of Kelly Thompson. So welcome, Kelly Thompson.
There's a lot of people out there. First, I want to thank God for the strength and the ability to go on to the next level. Thank you for the opportunity. Next, I want to thank my bandits for always being there with me. Then my parents for always pushing me, making me better, taking me everywhere. Next, I want to thank my coaches, making me better, giving me all the motivation I need to keep going and get better. Go Pioneers.
All right, next one is 3-year starter for us in center field, Dylan Gibson. This guy does not show up one day without a smile on his face. He's an extremely hard worker, great competitor. I mean, he'll compete with you in anything. I watched him in intramural volleyball, and it was like it was Game 7 of the World Series, and there's nothing. But that's just kind of who he is. He's a competitor. He's a great young man. I mean, he can run. You know, we put him in the center field when he got here, and he can track the ball unbelievably, gets great jumps, can steal bases. If he walks, it's a double, sometimes a triple. But we're really going to miss him. But he's been a part of a big run. You know, last year he about ran through the center field fence trying to catch a fly ball in the semifinal game. Just a great one, and I'm really going to miss seeing him around. But proud of him, and he's going to represent this place very well. Rich Mountain is getting a dang good center fielder and a better person. So Dylan Gibson.
First off, I'd like to thank God. Second, I'd like to thank my family for making the sacrifices so I can play the game I love. Thank you to all the Har-Ber baseball coaches and my teammates. I'd also like to thank Bubba Carpenter and the Prospects organization. Thank you to Lance Stumbaugh and the Edge Sports Training. And lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Weaver and the Rich Mountain staff. Go Bucks.
All right, we'll finish here with our starting catcher, 3-year starter. He's had to put up with me more so than probably anybody else just because he's the catcher. He's got one of the toughest jobs. I don't know whether it's because he has to communicate with me more than anyone else or it's handling our pitchers, but he's done a phenomenal job for us. Defensively, he's as good as we've had, and that's saying a lot. And, you know, one of the things he's done is he's given an ability to let our pitchers throw whatever they want, whenever they want, especially with 2 strikes, because they got trust and belief in the guy that's behind the plate. And he's been in charge of some of the best pitching staffs this school's ever had. And, you know, he's a great leader. He's a great teammate first. He never complains, works hard, and he's a special player and a special human. And the University of Missouri They don't know what they're getting yet, but once he gets there and he gets to work, they'll realize how big of a steal they just got. So please welcome Caleb Cholo.
First off, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to play at the next level. I'd like to thank my family for always pushing me to be the best that I can be, the best person I can be. I'd like to thank my friends and teammates for being there for me at all times. I'd like to thank all the coaches at Har-Ber, Helmkamp, Lloyd, McGinnis, Upton, and Pruitt for being there for me. The coaches at Patriots, Coach Shane and Coach Ledbetter for helping me throughout the summer. Special thanks to Coach Wayne for being there for me since I was a very young age. And I would just like to say, roll stable.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tommy Neppebaugh, head boys basketball coach, assistant athletic director. On behalf of our athletic department and our school, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out to our signing ceremony today. However, this does conclude our signing ceremony. But there is still one last thing we have to do, athletes. Take out your pens and let's sign those letters. To all the families and friends, you may now hang out in the lobby for snacks and pictures. Students, you get to go back to class. Congratulations again to all of our athletes, and we want to wish you nothing but the best. Go to Cats.